Hey y'all, 1986 Leaf Baseball. Now this is Donruss's answer to Canada. Canadian issue basically. 1986, they had 260 cards in their set. So some of the big differences, of course, between Leaf and Donruss 1986 is some of the big cards, some of the big stars, some of the rookie cards, some of a lot of stuff wasn't in this. There is no Canseco rookie, as one example, in the Leaf 1986, but there is, of course, one in the 1986 Donruss, so no Canseco rookie in the Leaf. However, okay, now the big card in this set is the McGriff rookie. Now, the McGriff rookie recently, Leaf Fred McGriff, hit $1,200. There was a sale for $1,200 for the Fred McGriff rookie. The Andre Galarraga, there was a sale for about $200. The Ryan also up there. Now, these are PSA 10 sales. I'd have to dig and look a little bit into SGC or Beckett or anything else or raw sales. Not totally sure. I'm just thinking about PSA 10s on these. Now, these were a lot less common than the Donruss cards. I mean, first of all, if you were in the States, if you were in New York like I was at the time, you didn't even know that there was a Leaf issue. There was no interwebs or internet or anything like that around at that time. I mean, sure, there might have been something like a BBS system or a communication system of the sort, but you really had no idea. And if you were a kid or a teenager, you definitely had no clue as far as what was going on in Canada with baseball cards. Now, there are a couple replacement cards that don't exactly match up. If I'm not mistaken, they're more of a Canadian issue only type card that are in these or possibly in these packs. But again, there are lots of Hall of Famers in these. You have chance for Nolan Ryan, of course, Tony Gwynn, Ricky Henderson, George Brett, Kirby Puckett. Now, I have personally never opened a pack of these. So this is going to be my first time going through them. I also don't know what other differences there might be between the 1986 Donruss and the 1986 Leaf. Now, I will say, give me 1 second here. Let me just get a 1986 card over for comparison purposes. Get a 1986 Donruss. Now that's the Canseco rookie. I actually just pulled that from a Donruss pack, Donruss wax pack. And I'll see if I can post, if I remember to post the link to that down below. But we're going to keep that off to the side so we could do a compare just for color or anything else that might be different. Now, as I get started, I just want to say thank you for all that subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the time to do it. Hit that subscribe button down there. Hit the bell button off to the side. This way you get notified of whatever pack openings or whatever other shenanigans I might be doing in any particular day. I tend to release one, if not more videos a day, and I do release a short a day. Most days it's one video and a short, but it really depends on whatever's going on. Sometimes it might be more than that. Sometimes I don't remember the last time I did a little less than that, although I guarantee you there has been a time that maybe I didn't do a full length or I did not do a short. Anyway, so let's get these out of the way. I got some frappers ready and good to go. And I have the Wall of Fame set up. So again, the big card that we'd be looking for in here, of course, is the McGriff rookie. Now, I just enjoy the game of baseball. I always have. It's a much different game now than when I was a kid. There's a lot of changes, and I was reading about some of the upcoming changes for this new season, 2023, and things like a timer on pitchers so they can't take their time and all sorts of stuff. So there's always changes. There's also, I remember that pitching back when was, you had the starting pitcher and maybe you had a closer on the side. I think of my Yankees. Goose Gossage, of course, was in the bullpen back when. And again, I'm thinking about 80s and before. Yeah, Gossage in the bullpen. Maybe you had a couple other relievers. Think to the 70s like Sparky Lyle and a couple others, but not. It was a lot more, I guess, starter heavy. When you started a game, you were kind of expected to finish the game. And pitchers definitely had that attitude. Don't take me out until the last batter, the last strike. Don't out of my cold dead hand. Now it's like, yeah, fifth inning, sixth inning, and that's if you're lucky. You pass it off to the first reliever, the second reliever, the third reliever, the whatever, the eighth inning person. There was even an experiment of sorts tried where they had one pitcher in for the first inning and then they switched it off to the starter. So it was a pre-starter or something like that. They're trying all sorts of things. Anyway, starting off, and the first card is a Hall of Famer. Got Dennis Eckersley. Very nice start. Now, let me put these down for a second and just do a comparison. Yeah, I know the players are different and all that. It looks like the coloring is a little bit different from the Donruss to the Leaf. Like it's a lighter blue stripe. Well, yeah, that's a light blue stripe, and those were black stripes. Those are black stripes also, so maybe the border blue is a little bit different in color slightly. That could be. And the backs, they look basically the same with the exception of reading recent Major League performance versus something in French and recent Major League performance. So, of course, being that they're Canadian issue, they would have it done up in French also. So I'm going to put this Eckersley card over there. And I usually don't frapper up at Eckersley, but I think in this case I'm going to. Got Tom Filer, Jerry Koosman, interesting Diamond King there. Not sure if he was in the Donruss one. Toby Harrah, Dan Pasqua, Dave Stieb, great pitcher with the Jays, that's for sure. Jose Cruz, Andy Hawkins, Rockin' Robin Yount, nice card there. Now, the angles always throw me off. So to me, it makes it look like it's a diamond cut card, but I know it's not. That's weird. Okay, so I'm going to frapper up the Robin Yount also. All right, we got Willie McGee. Seem to be seeing a lot of Willie McGee lately. Darryl Strawberry. Now that's a nice card. Very nice gradable card there. Although that top corner it's got a little bit of a ding there. Maybe you can see that. Well, I guess you go take a seat. Gary Ward and our puzzle card. Now let me get these two frappered up. And the difference, of course, between a PSA 10 and not a PSA 10. The Strawberry and a 10 is there's been sales over $100 on that one. And a PSA 9, it's probably a quarter on a stick of gum. So let me get those two off and over. It is odd, and it might be because they're not as common, but some of the cards that have been PSA sold, according, of course, to the PSA website, and I have to do a dig, I have suspicions, and I am putting together a video about different things that I find as aberrations within the PSA website. But yeah, so I don't really accept it at first glance that an Alan Trammell from this set sold for $64 in a PSA 10. I mean, that could be. But I know it definitely did not sell that high in a Donruss. We got Neil Heaton. Mr. Ricky Henderson. Now, that's a real sharp-looking card. That's a nice one. I like that. And the corners look very sharp on that. You can cut a stick of butter, but I would not recommend it. Larry McWilliams. El Cid. Brian Downing, Donnie Hill, Bob Dernier, Terry Harper, Baboom, Mike Hargrove, Lee Lacy, and R.J. Reynolds. So let's get that. Henderson Frappert. I'm going to top load that also because the centering on that one looks really good too. That might be a nice gradable card. Keep the corners well. I'll put it into one of the regular top loaders for right now. Get that measured out and just take the corners under a lens and the edges under a lens, but that looks like it's really tip-top. I know it's packed fresh. Smells like it. All right. Got 4 packs left. Got Ben Ogilvy starting us off. With a big smile on you, sir. Lou Whitaker. Nolan Ryan. Nice card there. Very nice card. Although that bottom corner, yeah, that bottom corner looks like it has a little bit of a ding. And he's traveled all the way from Canada. Charles Hudson, Mike Moore, Zane Smith, Tim Wallach, Bert Blyleven, Pink Floyd Bannister, Reed Nichols, Jay Howell, and Dan Quisenberry. You know what? Let me grab the Ryan out of there. I'm going to frapper that one up anyway. That can go into the Hall of Fame pile. I could just leave that into the team stacks, and somebody will get a Nolan Ryan card with the Astros. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a look at my eBay store, where I have basically team packs, 100-plus cards from whatever team you choose. And I do occasionally mix Hall of Famers in there, that's for sure. Price is definitely right. If you're a fan of a particular team and you're trying to pass on whatever team to your kid and teach them a bit about baseball history, well, it's a great place to start. Team packs are definitely relatively inexpensive, and you never know what you'll find in them, that's for sure. Got Kevin McReynolds, Mark Salas, Tony Pena, great catcher, Dave Shipanoff. He looks happy just to be here. Terry Poole, Dan Dreesen, Terry Harper, Bob Boone Diamond Kings. Got Mike Hargrove, Lee Lacy, R.J. Reynolds, and Ivan Calderon. Get to the next pack now. See who, what, where, when, and how we have here. Donnie Hill, Bob Dernier, another Willie McGee, Vida Blue, Mike Smithson, Doyle Alexander, Carney Lansford, C. Chili Dog Davis, Jack Morris, great pitcher. That elbow angle is definitely wild. Ooh, everybody's favorite card, the checklist. Ted Simmons and Mike Marshall. So somewhat dry of a pack there. Get to the last one now. Pack number 6. And who do we have in here? Larry Parrish. Parrish the Thought. Dan Quisenberry. Jimmy Key. Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer there. Nice card. Put that off right there and frapper that up in a minute. Bruce Sutter. Alvin Davis. Looking very, very happy, sir. Kevin McReynolds. Looking very dorky there, sir. Mark Salas. Tony Pena. Looks like we've seen some of these cards already. A checklist. Andre Thornton. Now, I do know he was definitely a slugger back then. And Don Sutton. Pitched for like 912 years. A whole bunch of different teams. definitely had a great career. I mean, if you pitch that long, you know, if all you win is 5 games a year and you pitch 900 years, that's 4,500 wins. That makes you 9 times Cy Young. And I mean, 9 times his wins. That doesn't mean you won the Cy Young Award 9 times, but all right, well, there we go. One last Hall of Famer. So I'd say the best hit in these packs, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, if you choose otherwise, but I'll do the Ricky Henderson all day. Ricky Henderson card is definitely, in my opinion, the best hit in these. Now, the Nolan Ryan might have been, except for that ding, except for that little corner ding. Anyway, definitely some fun packs, interesting cards. Very, very much, again, they look very, very much like the Donruss. There might be a little bit of a color difference, and I do notice that the leaf sign up on top, it's a little bit bigger, and I think the name bracket is a little bit bigger. Oh, and that's another interesting, and I do wonder if there's any difference there. Yeah, look at that. Okay. If you look at the color around the name, Ricky Henderson and Jose Canseco. Now, I do wonder if there's any difference on the rated rookies, being that that's a rated rookie. Maybe there's a difference. Let me take a quick look, see, because I know that there were one, there was at least one no-name rated rookie there. So maybe that's something. I don't know. We'll see in a second. Look at that. ASMR card flipping also, all in the same video. Okay, there we go. Okay, no, it is a blue. Okay. So let's see. Maybe that's just the color schema for the rated rookies. Although even one looks darker than the other. Just a little bit, but there's like a slight difference there. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Leaf is definitely bigger. I could see that. All right, well, anyway, hope you enjoyed. Y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bungle out.